Cease to hear that still small voice, and give us lips forever willing to rejoice, and may your eyes
Wachie Yesu atawale, atawale tu. Wachie Yesu atawale.
So CMF is Christian Medical Fellowship. Christian Medical Fellowship is basically a platform for Christian professionals. That's whether dentist, pharmacist, medical doctor, for all the professionals, even nurses, to come in together to have fellowship, to grow together, and to experience God and the kingdom values in their practice. So basically CMF is just a fellowship for Christian professionals.
I got to know CMF in 1998. I think that would be some 19 years ago as a medical student in fourth year. We used to then go to Studio House for monthly fellowship. And so I got to know Christian Medical Fellowship as a student. It's an undergraduate student.
My engagement has been participating as a member, participating in activities like retreats, fellowships, dinners, and other student activities. Currently, lately mentoring, engaging in mentorship, but also helping to some extent in the leadership of the Nairobi region.
Well, it's been a learning experience. It's been a great experience serving CMF. Having graduated from medical school and integrating yourself to the practice, I think CMF has come in handy in terms of professional guidance and how you just integrate your faith in practice. Just learning from guys who've gone ahead of you, guys who have stood the faith and have been found faithful in their practice, whether private or public. We have an opportunity to learn from them. CMF also gives us opportunities to serve in mentorship, in guiding our junior colleagues, the students, and also among our peers. So I think mentorship also equips us with necessary knowledge how to navigate the issues facing young doctors. And as a dentist, I also urge my fellow dentists can plug into this platform because it's very important to just live life and from a point of knowledge. You get a lot of wisdom from participating in this.
The major impact that CMF has had on me is fellowship. I've got to know a lot of people who care, because as a medical profession sometimes you work so much, you work alone and you feel alone in this world, but CMF has provided for me a family of fathers and big brothers and sisters who actually care. So the major impact that CMF has had on me is having a family outside of my home.
The vision of the Christian Medical Fellowship is to have Christian health professionals who are able to live the Christian values, the kingdom values in their practice, both in Kenya and beyond. Basically what we are looking at in Kenya is to have Christian health professionals who are able to show the virtues of the Christian life, everything that they're doing. So for us to achieve that end, what we are doing is that within the fellowship we nurture, we train, we equip our healthcare professionals through different means in order for them to be able to live that Christian life in their profession.
According to the Constitution, a member is a person who has subscribed. Its subscription is annual. You pay 4,000 per year and you become a member. And it is not just paying the 4,000, it is actively being engaged in the different activities that we have. what I would want to say is that we are not funded by any donor, so mainly our operations, our activities are mainly funded by you people, and I would encourage you to invest. I always say that it is a seed you plant because this is the work of God that we are doing, so plant in the right soil, and I believe that CMP is the right place because your money will be put into right use, and we will keep us accountable in the way that you're going to use your money.
I think there is for everyone, beginning from medical student to the very senior consultants. Number one, the senior consultants understand what CMF is because some of them are founder members of CMF. So they understand what values, what were the ideas, what were the visions that were there. So it is them who will help say, this is, you are going, who are running CMF now are running it with the vision that is started. So you are running it with the correct values, correct vision, correct mission. So they will be there to help shape that. But that secondly, their role as mentors cannot be overemphasized. Because as I said, it is what I saw as a student that has convinced me that there is a place for ministry in CMF. So the role of senior members in terms of mentorship, in terms of discipleship, in terms of role modeling, in terms of doing discipleship, what Jesus mandated us to do, cannot be overemphasized. It is our mandate to expose the young ones to lives that are role modeled according to what Christ has called us to do, but also go out and do things in ways that demonstrate that God really has called us to do this. But then thirdly, the senior doctors, their contribution in terms of finances, donation and subscription helps the secretariat and people who are involved in leadership organize CMF in a way that then enables these platforms to be there for people to grow and for other people to be interested.
My word would be, let's think long term with regard to this fellowship. Where do we want to see ourselves? Where do we want those who come behind us? Will they find a place? Will they find fellowship? Will they find something that helps them identify them as Christian in their workplaces, apart from everybody else? Give them focus, encouragement. We need to ignore.
The world is out there for us to serve and to reach out. As the Bible says, the harvest is plenty, the laborers are few. In CMF, I think this is a reality for us as we speak today. There is plenty of work for us to do within the medical profession to bring back people who had been serving in the Christian unions and are now professionals. We would like to bring them back into fellowship. We would like to interact. We would like to learn from each other. So my parting shot will be, let us all join together in the Christian Medical Fellowship. Let us fellowship together. Let us serve together. Let us reach out together.
Kindly join CMF. It's a great place. There are so many activities for the young people. Last year we had a Nyama Choma plot. We're still going to have one this year, and we hope that all of you will come. We're also going to have a hike. So it's fun and it's exciting and it's fulfilling. So plug into CMF.
Well, there's a lot you can gain from CMF, and there's a lot you can do within CMF to improve yourself. As a young doctor, I request and I ask you to take advantage of the platform that God has given us to network, to fellowship together, to grow together, to nurture each other, and even to learn from our seniors. You see, the nature of our job is we are quite busy, high demanding, high performance. Sometimes we're going through cycles in life which are discouraging. But when you get a platform to fellowship and to share out, you're healed and you are challenged to perform or do your duty with excellence. So join CMF, and there's a lot you can gain from it. And there are so many areas of ministry platforms that you can engage in. There's mentorship, there's the student ministry, there is just the ministry among our peers, there's resource mobilization, there's a lot medical camps. Yeah, there's actually a lot that you can gain from CMF, so plug in.
For the junior doctors, the future of CMF lies with you. So we are having an event for you in October where we are going to just meet together and discuss and have fun and just get to fellowship. So I encourage you to plan to come. And also we have our annual conference from 8th to 10th of December, and you should not miss that.
One of the best teachers for us, actually our example is Jesus, the way he taught and showed us the disciples and the apostles. So we have a duty to grow the next generation. And the next generation doesn't mean just our children, but even in the profession, helping them in the disciplines that we are working in. Then the next generation and the next. And just like our African society, we could be great-great-grandfathers and still engaging with our great-grandchildren, helping them to mature. So as Christians and as professionals. So they have a role to advise, to counsel, to support, to open doors for their homes, for their spheres of influence, whether it's in management, boards, institutions where they work, as teachers. I think the opportunities are there, just seizing them. Time we have different platforms. When there's an issue, we share the information. Depending on what a member is keen on, they can engage. If they are keen on students and mentorship, there are opportunities in each place, whether in Nairobi, Eldoret, Nakuru. If they are keen on the ministry of encouragement, there are opportunities to encourage one another. They can pray for each other. If they are just in fellowship, there are opportunities to go and fellowship one with another in different towns. So those are there. And then they can open their homes. Some are more endowed, some of the older ones have homes, so they can actually open the home for younger colleagues to come and spend there. We are from different towns, so if I'm visiting Kisumu, I can visit a colleague and spend there and do what I'm doing. If I'm in Eldoret, the same can happen, and it can be vice versa. So there are opportunities that CMF is encouraging people to fellowship and also to learn. There are many challenges currently that we can all address when we are together. Yeah, when we have grown these people, just like Christ said, when you have lit a lamp, you have lit a light, it shines and shines in the places that are dark, and people come to it. And so whether they are near or afar, both their children and those ones who are not, they will then benefit from that. We are hoping that CMF Kenya will grow, will build capacity of its members, will engage in the region, Eastern Africa, in Africa, even in the partnership that we have. We are hoping that our members will learn to not only take care of themselves, but for the younger ones, their own children, biological, and the children in the faith and in the profession. By so doing, we have a future that we can be proud of. The members, I would encourage them to engage. I don't have monopoly over where we are going, but the vision is cast out in scripture. The things you have learned, the things you've seen, the things that God is persuading you about, the kingdom, be engaged in the kingdom work. And there is so much to do as a Christian doctor. And you can just follow after Christ. Whether it is in sacrifice, whether it is in giving your time, whether it's in living that life as an example where you are. I think that's the best I can encourage us, and embrace those who are near you. And not necessarily just doctors, but let the society feel your tastiness as the salt of the earth. That's my challenge and encouragement. And take up those roles wherever you are in the country or outside. Open opportunities for other Christians, and probably that space we can hold as our space.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.